Well, Georgia's first basketball game of the season just finished. Dogs on top, 91-72 against the Western Carolina Catamounts. It was a hard fought victory. It was a close game all the way up into the final 2 minutes. 20 lead changes and 12 ties. Crazy, crazy game to think that the Dogs, a team, could win by 19 and to have 20 lead changes in a game. It was a hard fought back and forth. Both teams played well. But the highlights of the night, when we came in, we thought it was all Anthony Edwards' time to shine. And it was. And he had a great night. He had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Could have had a couple more. He is a great facilitator. Everyone was talking, he's James Harden. He can drive right through. He has great hero assists. And I saw all of that. But I also saw great vision up the court. He kept his head up all the time. He kept his body straight, knowing to see the whole floor. It kind of like it was just great, ready to attack. And then you had Shavir Wheeler, Severe Wheeler from Texas, who's 5'9", 5'8". People are saying he's going to be the next J.J. Frazier. I see a little bit of J.J. Frazier, and I see a little with the three, but I see a little bit more of Tremont Waters from LSU, just the way he attacks the rim. Every time he gets the ball, he is he's going straight to the hole, and he knows that when he gets to the hole, he knows how to finish, and he knows how to kick it out, and it helps out a lot. It helps you got Antman that can attack the basket, that's taking away pressure. You got Severe Wheeler that's going to take a pressure, and that's going to mean that Tyreek Crump, who is 3 for 8, but I believe he's going to do even better. His pressure, he will have way more open threes when he got Wheeler and Edwards attacking the basket, and then he'll open up space, and it's just great in lanes. For Western Carolina, I was really impressed with Carlos Dotson, that big man, 16 points. Man, he was a problem. He got the Dogs in foul trouble. I mean, that was when the Dogs were down by 1 at the half, I didn't know what they were going to do. I was like, crap. We have Howard that has 3 fouls. You had Ingumeze who had 3 fouls. And you had Hammond 3 fouls. And it's just like, ugh. I mean, everyone was in foul trouble. And that was because of Dotson. And they have to you have to give credit where credit's due. They made it close. It wasn't the Dogs he had some mistakes, some dumb fouls. But the reason why this game was close, because Western Carolina played a great game. They knew what they were capable of. They were gonna make sure that Dotson gets the ball, make sure they get in foul trouble, make sure he has a big day, and then Faulkner, anytime they needed a big shot, Faulkner was there to make a 3, and then down by 2, down by 3, pop, tied it up, and it kept on going, but eventually the Dogs found a way. It's kind of like a fourth quarter. They figured it out. Western Carolina they weren't making their shots in the second half, and Antman, man, everyone talks about his offense, but man, does he have a nose for the ball on defense? Steal after steal. I mean, he had 2 steals in a row. Sadly, none of them were converted, but he's dangerous. He can pick the ball away from someone if you're lazy, and he can score for points and make a shot off his own dribble, which I don't know if we've ever had that. It was a good win, good solid one. All I would just say is the first one. It's going to be a great season. I just want to say, go Dogs!